Irfan, we now know simultaneous raids, search operations are currently underway in many districts in Kashmir.
Exactly, a major hunt has been launched across Kashmir Valley to nab the terrorists who carried out attack in the Bison meadows of Pahalgam. In fact, a massive search operation is going on in the forest areas that led to the Kishtwar ranges from Pahalgam, because it is believed that the terrorists have actually tracked around 22 hours through the dense forests to reach the meadows of Bison to carry out the attack. In fact, there are details coming in and TV9 have exclusively received some of the important details like how the attack have been carried out. There were 4 terrorists, including one local terrorist who was, there at the Bison waiting for to strike on the innocent tourists. National Investigation Agency has also received some of the major clues in the attack and the pattern of the attack, that how it happened and who are the people. We are getting information that terrorists have been already identified, and the National Investigation Agency have got enough evidences to crack this case. In fact, this is the major success for the investigation agency that the terrorists have been identified, and I am getting information that terrorists were armed with AK-47 and M4 rifle. Using that was, the terrorists had attacked the tourists. Now, a major crackdown.
Irfan, I have to ask you, since we are on the terrorists, I have to inquire from you. We also have news coming in right now that many of these terrorists had weapons on them which could have possibly come from Pakistan or some other adjoining country, could perhaps be China. They were in possession of Huawei, telephone communication devices.
See, as of now, the details we have received is that they were using, modern high-tech weaponry. And in fact, some of the sources are telling us they were also having some cameras installed on their heads. And the NIA has received a major, evidence from a local photographer who was present at the time of attack. And it is believed that the very photographer has recorded the entire scene of the attack, and that is really, a great evidence for the probe agency, and that is really helpful. Like now, the main focus is to, carry out the major hunt, and on the other hand, to beef up the anti-terror operations under the, under the mission all out against the terrorists. So far, around 11 houses have been razed to ground by the security forces. Around 1,800 people have been detained for questioning. Some of them have been arrested by security forces. Now, it is clear the hand of the Lashkar is behind this attack in Pahalgam, and 4 terrorists were involved in the attack. They have been already identified. NIA is proving the whole attack now along the Jammu and Kashmir police. In fact, the security have been beefed up in the various tourist destinations now. However, Pahalgam is returning to normal since yesterday morning, because some of the tourists who were present in Srinagar have arrived here, and with some Bollywood actors were also present here in Pahalgam, giving befitting reply to the perpetrators of this crime, saying that Kashmir is part of India and crown of India. So we will come Kashmir despite these terrorist attacks, because the main agenda of the Pakistan and the Pakistan-backed terrorist organizations is that the Kashmir should be disturbed, and the peace that was prevailing since 2019 should be disturbed. So clearly the message is that the people of India really want show the unity with the Kashmir. That's why we have seen a lot of people from across the country, despite this terror incident, were present here in the Pahalgam since yesterday. And now the shops and business establishments have slowly started reopening. but still lot of work needs to be done, and it will take some time to have complete normalcy, especially in Pahalgam. But
Irfan,
the government has already been
Irfan,
intensified.
also on that, I think it's important to understand what the situation on ground is right now. You said shops are still closed. Are the streets still deserted? Have people started coming back in? What are the locals feeling right now? What is the situation on ground? Do you see some surge in number of tourists arriving? It's been almost a week since that unfortunate terror incident. Is normalcy returning to the valley again?
See, I'm right now here in the Pahalgam, that too, just near to the Bison Meadows. I will show you some of the visuals. You can see the shops are, partially opened now. The life is coming to normal. This is the main Pahalgam town. In fact, huge tourist influx was witnessed, a week before here, but now slowly around 600 to 1,000 tourists have arrived here since yesterday, and the restaurants have now also start their business again, but it will take some time to, return to complete normalcy. A lot of people are making efforts to send out a positive message from here so that life will come to the normal. But so far it is affected for sure. But people are trying to, just help Pahalgam town to come back to the normalcy. As some of the Bollywood celebrities we talked to, they also visited here and talked to people, and some of the politicians were also witnessed here talking to people and tourists, motivating them to be positive after this attack, so that the tourism that was hit after this attack in Kashmir at least come to the normal life. The main aim of the government is right now to look out these terrorists, hunt them and kill them, so
Absolutely.
that the message will be clear that these perpetrators will not be tolerated. They will be brought to justice. On the other hand, the Pakistan is continuously violating ceasefire along the line of control in Udi and Kupwara sector. That is being replied by the Indian Army definitely.
Absolutely,
And
being replied by Indian Army effectively. Irfan, thank you very much for all those details. Thank you for joining us. He is here in Pahalgam, as you can see on your screens. He is tracking all those details very, very closely as to what the picture is emerging.